Point number 2 is about observers and other applicants, 9.2. As you know, this is the category that we have created in last year at the General Assembly in Aarhus, and we have the pleasure of listing them up here, the 10 that are now observers in this process. As you know, this is a very lengthy process. We have currently quite a number of organizations that wish to become observers so that they have a chance, a shot, somehow, some days, some years later, to become a member of GAIFS. Now, there's been obviously a lot of debate and discussions when you have received the correspondence probably a month ago from the administration with a list of 100 and plus potential requests for observer status. There's been comments coming back to us, oh, this is a lot, who are those? Are they all going to be members? Will they all be entering the Olympic program? And many more questions have been coming around. And I want to hear on behalf of the chair of the Membership Commission, Mr. Espinosa, who's been working very hard on this project, and on behalf also of the Council, put your mind a little bit at ease. All of those 100 and plus applications, many of them, it's simply about maybe an email from a person saying, I would like to become an observer. This is probably valid for almost 90% of these organizations. They have to go through a very rigorous process of scrutiny by the Membership Commission, and they need to fulfill or at least start the full application process for membership. That's one. And in this process for application for membership, there are two critical criteria. One is they need to have no serious whatsoever rivalry with anyone in this room. There might be some perceived rivalries, and these then at the discretion of the council upon recommendation for the membership are worked out, either with conditions or then straightforward rejected, and it will not be proposed as an observer. And the second one is that any one of these organizations need to have a minimum of a critical mass. That means that it cannot be just simply a paper organization that has sent just an email without any national federation and maybe just a document that indicates some statutes and no competition yet. So those that you see here, they do have passed that first step. They do have some sort of structure with a minimum critical mass, and they are all here present in the room, and I would like to welcome them as observer to be here. They do not have a right to vote, and they can simply listen and hopefully learn from you, our members, of what they should do in terms of growing and maybe satisfying the conditions in order to become a full member one day, or as I said later, in several years later. As you know, the observer status is at the discretion of the Council, can be withdrawn at the discretion of the Council anytime if something is wrong. It is valid for 2 years. May be renewed once. Sometimes it may take a little bit longer to fulfill all the conditions before you may come to in a vote if you are on that path. And here, of course, the World Arm Wrestling Federation is the first one that has entered first the structure of status and then has worked over the last 6 months very hard to fulfill the conditions of having 40 national federations recognized by the highest sports authorities, having proper rules in place, having a proper anti-doping program in place, and all the other conditions that are required. So it is an interesting process that they've gone through, and they are the first one that have been able to go through from the elevator, from outside into the observer, and straight within 6 months into the membership. That's probably a record, hard probably to beat by anyone else. Congratulations, Mr. President, once again. We move to point number 9, that is about membership and observers, and I would like to go through first the applicants for GAIFS membership, and the one and only applicant is the World Arm Wrestling Federation, and I would like to ask its delegate to maybe come to the stage and introduce the World Arm Wrestling Federation. Please. Mr. President, the floor is yours.
Dear, dear Mr. Baumann, dear guys, council members, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, all we have families and we count on their support day by day. Every day is very special in our lives, but today you can make a historical day for our sport. You can make this day historical. On behalf of 1,000 arm wrestlers all around the world, I would like to ask you to give us your support and to accept our sport in your big guys sports family. I prefer to exchange my speech to a short video presentation. It tells you all about arm wrestling. May we see it?
Of course, Mr. President, please. Thank you. The video, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2013 World Championships of Arm Wrestling. This year, over 1,200 competitors have come from almost 50 nations. Bulgaria, Canada, Croatia, Denmark, Egypt, Finland, Georgia, Germany, France. Are we going to have the few people are coming in for us? We have Polish Federation and
Dear colleagues, thank you for your attention.
Mr. President. Now, as this is a vote on a membership, this is the only one, we have had always the habit of asking the president of the applying federation to leave the room. Now I want to give you just a piece of information. It's being streamed live, so whether he's in or out does not really make a big difference. So my recommendation is that we allow him to stay in the room. Is there anyone having a different opinion? No? Good. Can I take this is there anyone that wants to ask a question? No? Then can I take maybe that instead of raising the green, yeah, to right, that we could give a strong applause and welcome arm wrestling into the family? Yes? Now, for the sake of protocol, I still need to ask, however, if anyone opposes it. If anyone abstains? No? Then it's a unanimous decision. Mr. President, welcome to the family.
Thank you very much. You just made thousands of arm wrestlers all around the world very happy today. They all start celebrating. Thank you.
I'm very pleased, therefore, also to be a little bit closer to all of you. I mean, we've been trying to help many federations in this room by equipping them with sporting goods all over the year. But obviously, there's still a lot of work to do, and obviously, I'm happy to help and to support also to see where the help is needed and where we can further support. We have 70% of the global sporting goods industry with us. That means not everybody. We are not able to help everybody, therefore, because there's still a couple of sporting goods companies who have decided to go different ways. But I would say we still have a significant number of all the major players that you will know about. So we're very pleased actually to be closer to you, and thank you very much for accepting us to be in this exquisite group of federations, and we're looking forward to connect further in the next couple of days, years to come. Thank you very much for accepting us.
Thank you very much, Mr. De Kock. Thank you for approving these new members, the World Arm Wrestling Federation, our World Union of Olympic Cities, and the World Federation of Sporting Goods Industry. Welcome to the family.